1, 2, step out. Hello, we are Stray Kids.
Just kidding.
Hi, my name is Gabby.
And I'm Christine.
But speaking of Stray Kids, we're going to talk about them in this video.
But not just the simplicity of K-pop. Instead, we are going to look at one of their videos through a queer lens and discuss how queerness is portrayed in K-pop.
Now that we're on that topic, what is K-pop? Most people would answer that K-pop is, Korean pop, but it's much deeper than that. And we are here to show you how this works. Here's the thing. Before we can really get into this topic, we need to make sure everyone understands just who Bangchan and Hyunjin are first. Hearing the name alone is not enough to understand who they are or where they come from. They did not just pop into the media one day in all their glory. They actually came from a group called Stray Kids, who formed from a survival show just like any other rookie group. According to the website bu.edu, Stray Kids originally came back in 2017 from a reality TV show of the same name. They first debuted on March 25th, 2018 with District 9. Currently, there are 8 members in the group. Those members include Bangchan, Lino, Hyunjin, Han, Felix, Sungmin, and Ian and Changbin. The 2 members that are in the music video we are going to talk about today are Bangchan and Hyunjin. And I don't know for me, but Christina's had a longer time in the K-pop community, which I'll give her the couple minutes to share her own experience.
I first discovered the K-pop in 2013 with the Gangnam Style, as most people do. But when I really got into K-pop was when my mom introduced me to Wonder Girls and Girls' Generation and Blackpink, and that's when I immediately fell in love.
I love Blackpink just as much as the next person. My experience with K-pop was a little rickety because for the longest time I did not want to get into it. I was just very naive and hell-bent on not joining. And freshman year came and I found BTS and Stray Kids. And Stray Kids really was one of the groups that laid the foundation for loving K-pop. And I found a lot of great friends through my love for K-pop and the community I was in. According to the article Queer Visibility in Korean Popular Culture and Queer Invisibility in Korean Communication and Media Studies by Jungmin Kwon, the expansion of media platforms and the vigorous competition among them played a significant role in Korean cultural industry. The commercialization and popularization of queerness through capital-driven strategies are often executed without input from queer people. Pretty much what this is saying is that without any research being made for the queer community, the K-pop industry, when creating queer-based videos, does not care enough to put the time and effort into recreating a queer image the way it is meant to be shown, and instead is kind of just pulling things out of the gutter and going with it, even if it's not accurate and even if it's offensive. To add on, this means there's still little to nothing known about the LGBTQ community, nor is there a hurry for it to be seen in media regardless. So to add on to my point, when we now go to the music video with Hyunjin and Bangchan, they're on top of a mattress fighting. It's a very odd place, if you ask me, to be fighting someone. You usually would do like a sparring mat or a boxing arena. So for the video to purposefully show them fighting on a mattress, of all things, it just feels like it has to be hinting at something, but it will never be admitted, because a lot of the times when it comes to this stuff and when music videos hint at to people being queer, it's more of a show don't tell type of thing. It's never going to be admitted because a lot of companies like JYP Entertainment that do not allow this stuff, and they've known to be quite homophobic. So if anyone's getting caught clearly, like blatantly marketing anything that has to do with the LGBTQ, they won't be allowed to be signed with companies like JYP Entertainment, for example. But I'm going to pass the mic over now to Christine so she can give her own tidbits on what is going on in the video.
Another scene I noticed in the video was it also has to do with the mattress, but Hyunjin was like sitting on it and kind of like tilting his head up at Bang-chan as Bang-chan is holding chains. I don't know what else that could even be other than him just looking at him with desire. That's what it looks like. So according to Chrysalis Anderson, she shows that masculinity, especially in K-pop, is not all black and white. In fact, it's layered, contradictory, and overlapping. It fuses toughness with tenderness, beauty with strength, and vulnerability with authority all in one performance. And in my opinion, Escape is a perfect example of that hybrid.
Now, the last online source I was able to find was from George Radix called Human Rights in Asia. This article goes into lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer LGBTQ history. Now, what is known already and has been known for multiple decades is LGBTQ rights in Asia is not talked about enough or rarely ever. And it's very blatantly seen the most in K-pop industry because depending on what company you're under, again, I'll bring out JYP Entertainment, they will literally not sign you for being queer. And if you hint at that in your videos and you make it obvious, they're just going to be very upset and you might not even be able to publish that video and the audience will never get to see it. So they continue to silence LGBTQ voices, and it's a real issue that's been happening for a very long time in not just Asia but the rest of the world as well. But we see it so much more prominently in Asia versus, let's say, America, who has still some bad, negative connotations to when it comes to LGBTQ, but they've definitely progressed over the years. Asia is kind of just still at like a stalemate and nothing is being done to fix this issue.
Adding on to that, there is a K-pop idol named Holland, an openly gay K-pop idol who got rejected by many companies because he is openly gay. So now he is only a solo artist and has also acted in a boys' love drama, which, as we all know, is marketed towards women. So in conclusion, running away together isn't just romantic, and through a queer lens, it becomes a metaphor for fleeing systems that restrict expression, that strict gender roles, compulsory heterosexuality, or social pressures. These are all things that K-pop idols face in their daily lives.